You can't attend the wedding all soaked like that. You should just go home. Don't worry about the ceremony.
What the hell are you doing? You suddenly throw beer on me and kick me out, and then you have the nerve to tell me not to worry after you did this?
Excuse me? I should be the one asking what's wrong with you. Coming to a wedding looking like that is completely unacceptable.
What? I'm wearing a perfectly normal dress. It's not white, and it's not overly revealing.
The dress isn't the problem. You are.
What do you mean?
Are you serious? You look absolutely ridiculous with all that fat hanging off you.
Excuse me?
Did you even look in a mirror before coming here?
I spent hours getting ready for your wedding. I wanted to look nice for your special day.
I completely panicked when I saw how you looked. I didn't even have time to figure out how to turn you away, so throwing beer on you was my only option. You obviously can't attend while soaking wet.
That's why you threw beer on your high school classmate? And here I was, trying to celebrate your wedding.
Don't act like you're the victim here. You're the one who showed up looking like this.
Like what exactly? What's so wrong with how I look?
I don't want congratulations from some fat, ugly girl. You used to be thin and pretty in high school. I never imagined you'd turn into such an eyesore.
Ugly? I mean, sure, I've gained about 45 pounds since high school, but I was in the basketball team then, and it was probably too skinny. I actually prefer my current body.
Well, I hate how you look now.
What?
You really don't get it, do you? This is my day.
I know it's your wedding day. That's why I'm here.
I finally managed to marry an elite lawyer from a top firm. I scored big with a handsome, high-earning total catch. And you're going to ruin my chance to show off my perfect wedding by being there? Just having you in the venue is embarrassing. People might think I'm friends with someone ugly.
Are you serious?
Do you know how many strings I had to pull to get all the perfect guests here?
Perfect guests?
Ugh, what did you think I invited you for? High school Rachel was thin, stylish, pretty, and popular with everyone. I thought I could show you off, but you're completely useless now.
That's why you invited me? We gradually lost touch after high school, but I always thought we were friends. That's why I was so happy when I got your wedding invitation.
So we're being honest now, I never actually thought of you as a friend.
What?
You really believed we were friends? How naive can you be?
We spent 3 years together in high school.
I only hung out with you because you were pretty and looked like a model. It had perks for me. Teachers were nice to me, and I could date cute guys thanks to you.
So, you were using me this whole time?
Why else would I be friends with you? Sure, you looked good, but you were boring and quiet on the inside. If you weren't pretty, I wouldn't have bothered being your friend.
I can't believe this.
Those lunches we ate together, the club activities, all just to be seen with a pretty girl.
I trusted you.
So now that you're fat and ugly, I'm done with you. I don't want people thinking I'm friends with someone ugly. Just disappear. You're worthless to me now.
Don't worry, we're not friends anymore.
Finally, you understand. Goodbye. Though I never considered you a friend anyway.
Right. I always thought we were friends, so this hurts. But if we were never friends to begin with, I guess I don't need to feel sad. Well then, enjoy your wedding.
Just make sure you're gone before any more guests arrive.
You know what's funny? I defended you when others called you shallow.
What?
They were right about you all along. Goodbye, Emma. Hey, Tyler, sorry, but could you come pick me up right away?
Huh? What about the wedding? It should just be starting now, right?
Well, I got kicked out of the venue.
What?
Didn't even make it to the ceremony.
What happened? Are you okay?
She told me, "You're fat and ugly, so get out." It was my high school classmate, the bride. Guess she was shocked by how different I look now.
Different? You mean your pregnancy? Is she insane?
Yeah, but she doesn't like that I've gained some weight. I'm standing outside the venue right now.
Of course you look different from high school. You're pregnant and with twins. Of course your belly is big. It's completely normal. Kicking you out for that is absolutely unacceptable.
I feel so stupid. I spent 3 hours getting ready for this.
Don't let her make you feel bad. You look beautiful.
Apparently, she only invited me because she thought I was still thin like in high school. I even wrote about my pregnancy in my RSVP to the invitation, but she seemed like she had no idea. I wonder if she even read it.
Wait, where exactly are you right now?
In front of the main entrance. It's getting kind of cold.
Okay, I'm coming to get you right now. Should be there in about 10 minutes. Just hang in there a bit.
Thanks, that's a relief. Actually, I'm soaking wet because she threw beer on me.
What? It's still cold out, even though it's spring, and she left you outside while you're wet? Okay, I'm taking every shortcut possible. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
You don't need to rush.
Yes, I do. You're carrying our babies.
The security guard offered to let me wait in the lobby, but Emma might see me.
Who cares what she thinks? Get inside.
I don't want to cause any more trouble.
Rachel, please go inside. I'm on my way and I'll be there ASAP. Just stay warm while you wait.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Don't worry about anything else. We're going straight to get you warm and dry.
Thank you for answering so quickly.
Of course. No one treats my wife like this.
Thanks to you, the wedding went perfectly yesterday. Kicking you out was definitely the right call.
You're actually messaging me to brag about this?
Just wanted you to know what you missed.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for you then. Guess getting kicked out was worth it.
It really was. The photos came out amazing. See, my husband is such an elite and he's really handsome, so all the guests were gorgeous, successful people. I only invited beautiful friends who match my level. Thanks to that, the venue was full of beautiful people, and you know how those types are great at keeping the energy up. It was a perfect wedding.
Sounds like it was a hugely successful wedding.
Oh, it was beyond successful. Everyone looked perfect in the photos. His parents even praised me, saying, "Beautiful people only attract other beautiful people." I'm so glad I kicked out an ugly girl like you.
You're still calling me an ugly girl?
Well, what else should I call you?
Well, I had a pretty rough time being left outside soaking wet.
That's what you get for being ugly. But seriously, who would have thought the school beauty would end up like this? Your hideous appearance still makes me laugh when I think about it. It's tragic.
You realize you're putting all this in writing, right?
Why does that matter?
And about that tragic end comment, I actually like who I am now and have never thought of it as tragic, so I'd appreciate if you'd stop saying things like that.
Sorry. I guess you're doing your best despite being ugly. Must be harder falling from pretty to ugly than just being ugly from the start.
If you're not actually sorry, don't bother apologizing. Your laughing apologies aren't making me feel any better.
Oh, come on. It's impossible not to laugh. The person I hated most ended up as a fat, ugly loser. This is just too entertaining.
What did I ever do to make you hate me so much?
You really want to know?
Yes, I do.
Just you breathing was annoying enough. Being around you constantly reminded me how unattractive I was. Throughout high school, I kept wishing you'd become miserable.
You really thought all that?
Every single day in high school. I bet you looked down on me in high school, too. A pretty girl like you could have any friends you wanted, but you chose to keep me around. I must have been a convenient prop to make you look even better, right?
I never once thought of you that way. You were genuinely important to me as a friend. Like you said, I was quiet and shy and had trouble making friends, but you actively talked to me. We were in the same club, went out together during breaks. I had fun with you.
That was all just to use you. Pretty girls shouldn't get all the good things in life. You were just convenient as a friend for those reasons.
Emma.
Don't act all sad now. It's pathetic. I worked hard to become pretty enough, and now I've married an elite lawyer and become a winner in life. So now it's my turn to live the good life. You can enjoy your loser life as a fat, ugly person.
That might not work out. With my loving husband and the twins I'm carrying, my future is looking pretty successful too.
What? Twins? You're pregnant? You mean that big belly isn't just fat?
Well, some of it is fat. My metabolism is actually too high and I keep losing weight during pregnancy. The doctor told me to eat more. I've been having hamburgers every day lately.
Wait, what? What? You mean that was a baby bump? I totally thought you just gotten fat.
I wrote about the pregnancy in my RSVP to your invitation. From your reaction, I guess you really didn't read it.
Why would I bother reading those? I just assumed you'd still be pretty like in high school. All I needed to know was that you were coming.
Right, because guests are just props for your bragging. As long as they look good, nothing else matters.
That's
why you kicked me out when you saw my body had changed, and because of that, I caught a cold. But I guess you don't care about the health of someone who isn't worth showing off.
A cold? When did that happen?
Last night, after standing in wet clothes in the cold.
Wait, you caught a cold? Are you okay, being pregnant and all?
Suddenly you care?
I didn't mean to make you sick.
Of course I'm not okay. They can't give me cold medicine because I'm pregnant, so I'm just getting by on IV drips, which is why you'll be paying all my medical bills.
What? I have to pay?
The hospital bills are already adding up.
You can't just demand money from me. Do you really mean that it was my fault?
Obviously, it's clearly your fault for throwing beer on me and leaving me out in the cold.
But surely you can afford the medical bills. Why make such a big deal about it?
Because actions have consequences.
This is ridiculous. You can't prove anything.
Yep, I figured you'd argue about this. That's why I've already handed the whole thing over to my husband.
Husband? You're married too?
Being pregnant usually means there's a husband involved, right? So I'm letting our husbands sort this out. You and I would just go in circles anyway.
What?
My husband should have already contacted your husband. Make sure to tell him we need a quick response for me.
You're kidding, right? What have you done?
Was that a problem?
If you ask my husband for medical bills, he'll find out I kicked you out. You didn't tell them I kicked you out because you were ugly, did you?
Should I have lied about why you did it?
You didn't record any of this, did you?
Of course I told them everything. How else would we convince an elite lawyer husband of yours?
What?
The security cameras probably caught everything too.
Security cameras?
If we just made demands without hard evidence, a lawyer could probably argue against us. We needed to prove you were completely at fault. That's where these messages come in handy.
No.
Plus, my husband is furious about this. He was like, how dare she make my pregnant Rachel catch a cold, and calling her ugly is unforgivable. He's determined to get both medical compensation and an apology.
He's just trying to intimidate us.
Is he? He seemed pretty serious about pursuing this.
No. He's super strict about public image. This can't be happening. He can't find out about this.
As a lawyer, he probably wants to avoid trouble, right?
Wait, that's it! Maybe my husband can crush you two instead!
Excuse me?
A skilled lawyer can turn black into white. Getting a demand for medical bills from some ugly couple doesn't scare me. We could call it harassment and countersue for doctor fees.
You really want to make this messier than it already is?
My husband will destroy you in court.
Go ahead and try if you can. A truly skilled lawyer wouldn't betray an important client.
Huh? Client?
Think about it carefully.
What do you mean?
Even elite lawyers need clients to make a living. Any smart lawyer would understand how stupid it is to anger a client who brings in business.
Wait a minute. Are you saying your husband is connected to my husband's work?
Seems that way. My husband runs a company, and apparently your husband was hired as the company's legal counsel.
What?
You didn't know?
That can't be true.
To be specific, he hired the law firm where your husband works, and your husband is his assigned lawyer.
That's impossible! What are the odds?
I was surprised when I first found out too. Small world, isn't it?
You're lying! You must be lying!
Why would I lie? The truth is bad enough.
Oh no! Your husband is an important client? And I kicked out his pregnant wife? And made her catch a cold? This is really bad, isn't it?
Now you're starting to understand.
Please, there must be something we can do!
Glad you finally understand your situation. Well, I'm still not feeling great, so I should rest. Looking forward to your prompt response.
Wait, don't go yet!
The doctor said I need rest. Goodbye, Emma.
What am I going to do? Rachel, your husband officially contacted my husband's firm. The firm's boss called him in this morning, and my husband is furious. He said we might lose the legal counsel contract because of this, and I might get fired over this.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Please, you have to help me.
Help you with what exactly?
That's all you have to say? Your friend is in huge trouble.
Huh? Which friend are you talking about? We're not friends, remember?
Oh!
Your words, not mine.
I didn't mean what I said before.
So I'm not really sure why you're coming to me crying about this.
I take it all back. Look, I'll apologize for everything. For the other day, and for everything in high school, too. I was just jealous of how pretty you were. I was envious and looked down on you for no reason. I'm so sorry.
Now you're sorry? Not when you were laughing about making me sick?
I really mean it this time.
You were so arrogant when you were mocking me, but you break down pretty easily, huh?
Please, I'm really sorry. My husband might divorce me over this. He's that angry. I have to avoid divorce somehow.
Divorce already?
He won't even look at me now.
You just had this fancy wedding, right? Must be embarrassing, having all those people celebrate your marriage only to get divorced days later.
I know. It's horrible. I'll do anything. I'll even bow down on my knees. Please convince your husband. If he reconsiders canceling the contract, maybe my husband won't lose his job.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Well, as you offered to do anything, let's go with that. But you'll be apologizing to me last. First, you need to apologize to everyone else.
Huh? Everyone else?
There are quite a few people you need to make things right with.
What do you mean?
All the people you used however you wanted. I heard you turned down friends who wanted to come to the wedding because they were ugly.
Well, that's...
And you forced pretty girls to attend even though you weren't close to them. You used to make fun of their looks in school, but now that they're attractive, you suddenly acted all high and mighty, sending them invitations.
High and mighty? No, I just kindly invited them.
Really? That's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
I heard you kept pressuring them to come even after they refused, saying you didn't need wedding gifts. Sometimes you even threatened them with your lawyer husband to make them attend.
How do you know all that?
Your perfect guests were quite talkative.
You contacted them?
I got curious and contacted some people who were at the venue.
What?
You said you only invited pretty people, but there were clearly some people you barely knew, like girls from different classes and clubs in high school. I thought it was weird, so I asked around. Turns out they were basically threatened into coming. That led me to discover everything else.
No.
Did you think they wouldn't talk to each other about how you treated them?
They're just jealous of my perfect wedding.
Still not getting it, are you? Make sure you apologize to everyone properly. Tell them I'm sorry for forcing you to participate in my self-centered wedding. Then come apologize to me last. If you do that, I'll try to convince my husband.
To think I'd have to do this much apologizing.
Oh, but remember, I said I'll try to convince him. Whether your husband forgives you is a different story.
You mean the apologies might be pointless?
Actually, they'll probably be pointless. My husband is that angry with you.
No.
It's up to you what you want to do. Personally, I'd rather not see your face again.
Really?
Of course! After all that fat and ugly talk, after saying I never thought of you as a friend, obviously I hate you now.
But...
I have to go. My doctor's appointment is starting.
Please don't go.
Well, goodbye.
Rachel!
Afterward, Emma frantically apologized to all the classmates she had dragged into her wedding, and finally came to me and got down on her knees to apologize. She paid the medical bills I had requested, and in response to her sincerity, my husband withdrew the cancellation of their contract. He decided to continue using Emma's husband's law firm as legal counsel. However, Emma ended up receiving divorce papers from her husband, who said, "I don't need a wife who interferes with my work." She tried hard to convince him otherwise, but as expected of an elite lawyer, he wouldn't listen to any of Emma's opinions or arguments, and she had to sign the divorce papers while crying.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
I'm back from my trip. Won't you come out and greet me at the door? It's not time for your
of her grief.
Long time no see, Amy. I have something I want to tell you. Is it okay now? I'm getting married soon. Wow! Married? Oh, congrats, Millie. Thanks. What kind of person is he? We haven't talked to each other much recently. I had no idea you were seeing someone in the first place. Yeah. Well, the person I'm marrying is in charge of a company. Wait, does that mean you're marrying a CEO? Congrats on the great catch. I know, right? I'm so great. I'm going to be so successful in life. Completely different from a peasant like you. Wait. Sorry, Amy. Due to the position I will be in after getting married, I'm going to have to cut all ties with you. You are not invited to the wedding. I just don't want you anywhere in my life anymore. Whoa, what's going on all of a sudden? Cut all ties with me? Why would you say such a mean thing to me? That's because I'm a winner, and I can't be seen as a loser. I have to carefully pick and choose who I want to be seen with. I'm in a completely different social class than you, peasant. Social class? I mean, I'm going to be the wife of a CEO. A woman in my class can't be seen hanging around someone of a lower class than that, so I don't want you to be in my life anymore. It's that simple. Millie, are you aware of how cruel you're being right now? I've been by your side since we grew up in the same orphanage. Only for you to throw away years of friendship over the fact that you're getting married to a CEO. I can't believe you would treat someone who practically grew up with you as if we were siblings like this. Shut up. Just because we grew up together doesn't mean I owe you anything in life. Plus, getting married to him is my ticket out of poverty. I'm going to be living the life that you could only dream of having. Why are you being so cold? We promised each other that we wouldn't leave each other alone even through marriage. Did we? I forgot. Millie. Anyways, this is why you're not invited to the wedding. He doesn't know that I grew up in an orphanage, and I would like to keep it that way. Having you at the wedding would make it obvious. What? You haven't told him? Why not? It's embarrassing to be raised in an orphanage. A person like that isn't fit to marry a CEO like him. If he finds out, my chance at a happy life will all be ruined. It's not something to be embarrassed about. Plus, a person who judges a person based on how they grow up is not worth marrying. You should be able to comfortably tell the people you love about it. Shut up. If I say that I'm not telling him, that means I won't be telling him. So don't you dare tell anybody. All you need to do is get out of my life. Millie, does this mean that you're embarrassed by me too? I grew up in the same place as you. You are absolutely an embarrassment to me. There is nothing I would gain from being friends with you. Thanks to this marriage, I will be leaving this low-class life and will be living in luxury. You and I wouldn't match anymore. Is that so? Well, I hope you're happy. Thanks for finally understanding. Hope you have a good life. Or at least try to.
Hey, Amy. It's been a while. Are you doing okay?
Kent, it's been a while. Of course I've been doing great. How about you? Are you doing okay? Are you and the other staff at the orphanage doing okay?
Yeah, we're all doing great, especially the kids, who are smiling and laughing every day. Listen, the reason for my message was that I wanted to ask you about something. Are you still in contact with Millie?
Oh, Millie?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. I can't reach her number or any other means of contact with her, so I've been a bit worried about her lately.
Oh, then there's nothing to worry about. She was aesthetic over the fact that she was going to be married to a CEO.
What? She's getting married? Oh, congrats to her.
Yeah, it is something great. The thing is, though, she immediately told me that she wanted to cut all ties with me due to that marriage.
Wait, what?
She's hiding the fact that she grew up in an orphanage from her husband-to-be. Not to mention that she was embarrassed about where she grew up. She said that I'm not invited to the wedding, nor am I allowed to be in her life anymore.
That's unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure that it's also why you haven't been able to reach her. If there's anything you wanted to tell her, I can try and deliver the message to her. I might not be blocked yet.
No, it's okay. If that's the case, then there's no need to do anything. I just wanted to ask if she could help out with this charity event. I'm sure she would reject the question if what you said is true.
Charity event?
Yeah, we're going around asking everyone who left the orphanage if they could help out. We're going to take the kids out somewhere. It's just that we would like to have more adults at the event as well. Hence the reason for trying to contact her. Plus, I wanted to see Millie again after all these years.
If that's the case, then can I come and help out?
Really? You'd do that for us?
Of course! I work at a daycare. I'm pretty good at taking care of kids if I do say so myself.
You're the best, Amy. You were like an older sister to all those kids back then. Thanks so much for this. I'll send you all the details about it soon, okay?
All right. I can't wait to see you all again. Hey, I went out of my way to send you a picture of me in a fancy dress. Couldn't you have the decency to comment on it? How boring of you. Huh? I even went out of my way to send you the pictures of the wedding. You, of course, saw everything that I sent you, right? A famous person came to celebrate our wedding. And yet you haven't even given me the slightest of responses. Just because you're jealous of me doesn't mean you should ignore me. You're the one who wanted to cut me out of your life. What are you talking about? You told me not to talk to you, so I decided not to reply. Having to listen and see you bragging is an exception to the case? That's selfish of you. Bragging? No, I'm not bragging. I just thought I would cheer you up with those pictures. I figured you'd never seen a wedding like that ever in your life. I didn't ask you to do that. Plus, if you wanted to cheer me up, as you claim, then you would have done more than just send pictures. Why in the world would I do more than that? I would never take you to a place as fancy as that. Have you forgotten why I cut you out of my life? Because you're embarrassed of me being raised in an orphanage, right? So you do remember. I don't need him to know that I was raised in an orphanage. Plus, there's no benefit from me introducing orphans to higher class people. So you just stay jealous of my amazing life and shut up. The thing is, your husband did invite me to the wedding. What? Well, not me, but a good lot of us. With the kids included, I would say that well over 10 of us were invited. It seems like your husband had seen some benefit in inviting orphans. Wait, you said that he invited you guys. What are you talking about? We're just at the reception right now. Can you see us? Can you see us when we're in this private area? What? Hang on. Why are you here? Wait, it's not just you. Why is that orphanage director here along with some kids? Why is it that all you orphans are at my wedding? Like I said, your husband invited us. As a sign of good faith, he invited us to the wedding. Good faith? You picked a good man, Millie. Not only is he a CEO, but he also actively works to help children in need as much as he can. What? How are you going to marry this man and you didn't even know about this? Your husband funds an orphanage. More specifically, the orphanage that we were raised in. What? Hang on. Wait. I didn't know about this. How have I not heard about this? That's a tad bit unfortunate. He told us that he and his wife are excited to have us at the wedding. Hang on. He might have mentioned something about charity work or something. I brushed off all that he was saying with a simple, "That's great. Because of that, I don't know much about him." Not only is he funding the orphanage, but he also gives the kids a chance to experience many things in life, like work or crafts. Which is why he also invited us to the wedding. He wanted to show the kids what a wedding was like. Since a lot of these kids have various reasons for why they don't have parents, he wanted to show that marriage is a good thing. I didn't know. Oh, I'm just a volunteer for today. I got asked by Kent to help out, which is why I'm here with the kids. I didn't think I would see a wedding this fancy in person. I'm sure the food will be great as well. This is going to be a great experience for me as well. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't think that all the people from the orphanage would be here at my wedding. Does Kent and the other staff know that I cut ties with you? That I'm hiding my background from my husband? I did tell Kent that you cut ties with me. I haven't said anything other than that, though. Something as trivial as someone cutting ties with me isn't something that needs to be brought up. No, I have to do something before he finds out. Firstly, Kent, I need to find him and make sure he keeps quiet about this. I need to ask him to pretend that he's never seen me before.
What am I going to do now? He found out about everything. I can't believe that he found out about everything this early. Oh my. Did you fail in your mission to keep Kent quiet? Did he perhaps tell your husband while you weren't looking? Kent was able to read the room and keep quiet. It's those stupid brats. Those brats were the ones who ruined everything. They just had to ask, "What are you doing here, Millie?" Oh, my. He was standing next to me asking if I knew these kids. After that, those kids kept talking and revealing everything I tried to hide. The fact that I grew up in an orphanage is now out. You're going to have to forgive the kids for this one. You haven't come back to hang out with them once after you left, right? They were happy to see you after all that time. Plus, I'm sure you learned a valuable lesson. It's best to be upfront with the person you're about to marry. Huh. There was no way you could have kept it a secret the entire time. He's a nice person who donates and funds these kids. As long as you apologize and tell him the truth, I'm sure he'd understand. We're beyond just apologizing now. I lied to him about having both parents. I hired 2 people to act as my parents when he wanted to get their blessing. I'm sorry, what? I even hired those 2 again to play as my parents today. Since he found out that I lied and grew up in an orphanage, he's pretty mad. He's accusing me of lying about my work history and education. He won't listen to anything I say. He's going to find out that I was lying about my life, work, and education. Hang on now. You were lying that much to him. What else was I supposed to do? He was my ticket to getting a better life. I may have exaggerated my life a bit, but he's the one who bought into it. It got to a point where I couldn't back out anymore. Out of curiosity, how much of your life did you exaggerate? I told him that I work for a tutoring service that helps teens aim for Harvard University. He took that as me working in a very popular tutoring service specifically made for students to aim for Harvard. Which you didn't deny and let him continue to believe that? What do I do, Amy? I've never seen him this mad before. He locked himself in a room and hasn't said a word. Do you think the wedding will continue? He won't ask to divorce me, right? You should probably throw in the towel now. He just came over to us and apologized. He asked us to let him to get a divorce with you. What?
It's been a while since Millie. It's the orphanage director, Kent.
Kent? What does she mean by that earlier? What does she mean that he came over to apologize and asked to get a divorce from me?
Well, with you being raised in an orphanage, I'm technically in the role of being your parent. He came over to me and apologized for having to end things with you on these terms. He really is such a respectful person.
No way. You're lying. I don't want to get divorced.
Why are you so persistent with this? It's your fault that things turned out like this. You're an adult now. You shouldn't be behaving like a child.
I'm not. I just don't want to do things that I don't want to do.
Like, if that's the case, then you should have been honest with him from the start. You decided to go through the entire process of hiding the truth instead, which led you to where you are now. You went as far as hiring people to play as your parents and lied about your work history and education. Of course he would want to end things with you.
What else was I supposed to do? There's no way that he would have liked me if I told him the truth about being raised in an orphanage. He wouldn't even bother to look my way if I did. So of course I hid the truth.
What's wrong with being raised in an orphanage? Everyone who grew up has left and lived happily. That goes for our staff too. We all supported everyone, including you, to make sure that you all grow up to be wonderful adults. I do not doubt that I love you more than your parents do. It's not just you. I love all the children at the orphanage equally. Everyone grows up and lives such happy lives. People get married and create their own families. People who even started up their own companies.
Really?
Where you were raised shouldn't define who you can and cannot be. The reason you're in the position you're currently in is not because of how or where you were raised. You need to understand that it's your rotten personality that is the cause.
What? If you claim to love me more than my parents do, then at least comfort me. I was the one who lost a chance at a great life.
Even if I wanted to comfort you, you blocked me on your own accord, remember? This is why I'm talking to you through Amy's phone rather than my own.
Oh, right.
You're embarrassed by us, aren't you? If that's the case, you can get back on your own 2 feet by yourself. You threw away us and your closest friend. Don't think that things can go back to the way it was before all this.
Please.
Good luck. I don't know how your life will turn out from here on out, but I'll pray that you manage to get by.
Millie's wedding ended up getting canceled, and now she is getting sued for marriage fraud by her former husband. According to Kent, Amy's marriage wouldn't have been in shambles for her background, but rather all the lies she told about her occupation and so on. He said that he couldn't have a life partner with someone who we can't tell is lying or not. As for Millie, to pay off the fines for the wedding and marriage, she started working the night shift somewhere. She managed to get customers due to her sob story, but all the people interested in her are problematic. Since having no friends and family to complain about her job to, she's quietly working hard, alone.
Hey,
taking it out from her husband's account. He's charging her for that.
Fiance.
How's about we just act as though me proposing to you recently never actually happened, Veronica? We're going to stop thinking about getting married. I'm sorry, but let's split up today. I've considered a few things about the two of us, and I just don't think this will work anymore.
What? Wait a second, Raymond. What do you mean we should give up on getting married? You only just proposed to me a week ago, right? And I was so happy to finally be proposed to by you.
And so I'm asking you to act as though something like that never happened between us. I don't want to get married to you anymore. So just forget all of that and let's go back to the way things were a few weeks ago.
I don't understand what's going on here. You had only told me a few days ago that you wanted to grow old and happy with me. Yet now you're asking for us to split up? What the heck is this?
Actually, my mom ended up being against us. And after talking to her for a bit about things, I came to the conclusion of doing as she said and stopping this marriage between us.
What? You're telling me that your mom doesn't want us getting married?
After all the time of her being okay with it, I was so surprised to hear from her that she didn't want us getting married anymore.
Why is she against us getting married now, though? We've been together for almost 10 years now. And during those 10 years, I had seen your mom plenty of times and chatted with her. We've even gone out with one another shopping plenty of times. And now you're saying that your mom no longer wants me to marry you?
She told me that you're a good woman and all, but you're getting too old now and that I need to find someone younger. She followed up by saying that since you're over 30 now, there's only unhappiness waiting for us.
What?
My mom had gotten married when she was 20 and then gave birth to me. And since then, she's always been home as a housewife for all of us. But since you're 30 years old and still don't have experience with kids, as well as aren't planning on quitting your job after we marry, she told me to just give up.
Excuse me?
As a girlfriend or toy, you're fine, but as a wife, there's no need for you. My mom told me that very clearly.
And you're just okay with what your mom said to you? You're going to do as she told you?
Well, my mom promised me that in return for letting you go, she'd introduce me to a much more young and beautiful woman.
Huh?
I think she's gotten pretty close with this one young girl who's working at the flower shop in town. She just happened to show me her picture just the other day. You'd think she was a model with the amount of beauty she radiates. And she told me that if I think I want to marry a woman like her, then it's totally fine to say goodbye to you.
You're kidding me. That's your reason for wanting to throw me away?
At least you were a good girlfriend these past 10 years, so thanks. Now let's both of us find our true loves and marry them instead.
But you and I have been together for 10 whole years. Ever since we both went to university together. I get that I'm 30 years old now, but I thought that we'd finally be ready to get married. But now you're saying at this time that you're throwing me away because I'm too old?
I know that you're an old woman now, and finding someone to marry you will be tough. But just try your best. Right. Can you make sure to give me back the engagement ring I gave to you? And if we aren't seeing each other again, then send that sucker in the mail for me.
You are the worst. I never once thought that you'd turn into this kind of a man. But I guess throwing away those 10 years of us dating is a whole lot better than throwing away my life getting married to you. I never want to see you around me again.
I think that if I'm going to get married, I'm better off with you. So, Veronica, can you get back together with me?
Huh? Why are you talking to me again? You're asking me to get back together with you? You remember what you did and said to me 5 years ago, right?
I'm sorry about back then. After dating you for 10 years, I accidentally threw you away. I ended up going out with that woman my mom showed me when we were apart, but things didn't go too well between us and we immediately broke up. I've been trying to get with other women, but they all ended up being duds as well. So now I see that I can only marry someone like you.
So you couldn't get along with anyone else, huh? And now you want to get back together after we only had 10 years of dating each other?
Well, when trying to date them, nothing ever got anywhere, and everyone would end up saying that they wanted to break up before dumping me. For some reason, we just never could make anything last. But you and I had 10 years together, right? And in your case, I'm the only option you have now, right?
Not happening. Now goodbye forever.
Hey. Don't be so cold to me right now. I know that you're happy deep down that after 5 years, I'm talking to you again.
Huh?
And you happen to be doing well on your own and make some decent money. And even my mom said that it might be worth getting back together with you. So she really wants the two of us back together.
But I don't want to date you whatsoever. You threw me away in the worst way possible, so I'm done playing games with you. Now, never talk to me again. Hey, Veronica! Why are you saying you're not getting back together with my son? This is the perfect chance for a used-up woman like you to find a man that will marry you. Now go back to him and tell him with all your heart that you do want to date him. Huh? Isabel? I'm even letting you know that I'm fine with you marrying my son now. You are a 35-year-old woman now and need to get a grip. I'm telling you that even though you're old, a man is ready to marry you. You shouldn't take this chance for granted. Now hurry up and make up with my boy. Now who the hell do you think you're talking to? Wasn't it you in the first place that made him and I break up? You forced him to believe that marrying me would be awful for him, and so he threw me aside. And now you seek to get me back with him? And back then, I was thinking about my son more than anyone, and that's why I wanted you both to break up. I knew that if he had a baby with a woman over 30, there'd be a chance that the kid would come out defective. What? And when he marries someone, they'll become part of the household, right? Yet you said you wouldn't quit your job to stay at home. You are not only a worthless wife, but a worthless woman, and that's why I told him he could not marry you. Then why are you asking me to forgive him and get back together now? I've gained another 5 years now, so that could only mean that I've grown more worthless, right? And right now I'm still working my job that I said I'd never quit. I don't want to let my son get too old without finding someone to make his wife. So to keep that from happening, I guess I'll settle with some grandma marrying him. Huh? I want my son to hurry up and end up with a wonderful wife that I can take advantage of. I want to relax here soon, and I want to have a grandchild as well that I can spoil. I also will need someone here to take care of me instead of my son now that my legs don't work too well. Are you seriously thinking of having me do all of that for you? I really wanted him to have a younger wife, but for some reason or another, my son couldn't make things work with them. I had so many women lined up for him, but he'd always end up getting broken up with. And during that time, I found out I'm sick. And so if I let my son continue to be single, I'll never be able to receive good health care from him. Really? You're sick now, Isabel? There was a tumor discovered in my stomach. But it wasn't cancerous, and so they were able to remove it with a simple surgery. But during that time, I thought about some things. If that were to happen to me again, I'd need someone, even you, to be here to care for me. You also want a grandbaby and for me to take care of you in your later years? Why are all of these things advantages for you and your son? What? You should be happy about all of this as well, right? You're a used item that's in their 30s now, and someone is offering to marry you. All right? Stop trying to carry all of this out and hurry up and marry my son. Then hurry up and have a wedding and get to making me a grandbaby.
Veronica, sorry about yesterday. I didn't take into full consideration of your feelings yesterday. I already know that a single grandma like you is ready to marry someone like me that's offering this chance to you.
Huh?
I was thinking last night why you should end up saying no to my request to get back together with me. And after having that time to think, I finally came to an understanding. There was something you wanted to hear from me first. You wanted me to ask you to go out with me again, right? Like when we first started dating? I'm sure you've been waiting for me to propose to you again as well, huh?
Raymond? Are you sure you're not just thinking of things as being in your favor?
I'm going to propose to you once again, Veronica. Let's you and I get married right now. We've already been together for 10 years, so let's make it official. We may have been far apart for the last 5 years, but our feelings for one another haven't changed, right?
Why do you think that? Nobody has been wanting for you to propose to them right now.
It's fine, Veronica. I already know everything that you want from me. The ring you gave back to me 5 years ago is once again going to be placed on your ring finger.
No. You have zero idea what I want from you right now. I am not going to get back together with you because it's impossible. You threw me out years ago for some other woman, so go back to fishing for another one that might bite at your proposal.
Hey, what's wrong, Veronica? I've been giving you all you wanted, like this proposal, and you've always wanted me to come back to you. So please, let me get back together with you now, and let's get married.
What?
Look, I am so sorry for throwing away those 10 years we had together. But I'm gonna let you marry me now, so thank me later.
I am already married and have 3 kids.
Huh?
I found myself a splendid man to marry, and we've been enjoying one another ever since. And we happen to have 3 kids together, so every day for us is busy. So I'm telling you that I have 0 time to hang out with an idiot like you. And so because of all this, I'm going. This better be the end of any more funny business from you, okay?
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean you're married now? And on top of that, you already have 3 kids?
It's been 5 years now, so we've been going a while. We happened to find each other pretty quickly, and after dating briefly, we got married. And having our 3 kids has made me one happy 35-year-old. Thank goodness I never ended up getting back together with any men that thought it was a good idea to throw me away.
No. There's no way that at all that you're married. Because when you and I broke up, you were already 30 years old. There's no way some old hag could find a man willing to date and marry her.
What does being 30 have to do with me being an old hag? I was able to find myself a man I liked, and after dating a little, we married.
But that's...
I'm sure at your age, if you try hard like I did, you'll find someone that'll marry you. I won't be the one becoming your wife, but there has to be some poor soul out there willing to marry you out of pity. And between you and me, you should find that someone soon so that your mom stays happy.
Shut up! I don't need you worrying about me or my mom. You just stabbed me in the back. You had me with you all that time, and yet you went out and married another man?
Excuse me?
And now you both have kids? Why would you have 3 kids with him, you idiot? I bet they're all disabled in some way. Now you have to take care of 3 poor kids that will end up homeless someday. I'm so happy to hear you live a life of pain and suffering after stabbing me in the back.
What about my life is pain and suffering, Raymond? I have myself a husband and 3 kids that I'm surrounded by and could never ask for more.
He must be some lousy man if he was willing to marry a woman in her 30s then, huh? I bet he's ugly as hell and is without a job right now. Might as well add the term brain dead in there since he somehow let himself have kids with you.
Raymond!
And now you have to share 3 delinquents with him. I bet there's not enough money to go around in your house, and those kids will have to end up being uneducated. But I guess since they're all disabled and dumb, you couldn't teach them anything in the first place. They had to all get the DNA of their brain-dead dad and have an IQ of a monkey.
Hold on! Just because you couldn't marry me and have gone off the deep end doesn't mean you can make fun of my family. I won't forgive childish behavior like that of any kind.
But everything I've said is facts, right? 3 disabled kids? Man, your life must suck now.
I am still working full-time at my job, and compared to 5 years ago, I'm doing a whole lot better. And my husband is doing well himself, running his own company. And because of the wealth we amass, we are able to have and support 3 kids with no problem to our bank.
Huh? He has a company?
We have both worked hard together and made enough money for all 3 of our kids. And as for our kids, they are all so cute and have been doing great when it comes to learning. So this is not the type of family that an idiot child can be making fun of.
Hey, wait. Are you being serious when you say your husband runs his own company?
The company itself is small, but it makes up for that by bringing in large sums of money. Even when things aren't going as great, we have enough from the company to hire a babysitter and some cleaning ladies to take care of the house while him and I relax on vacation.
What?
And I'm no longer going to let you get away with harassing my family's name like that. Before you even think about trying to make fun of another person's family, maybe take a look at what you have and make fun of that. Hi, Veronica. I heard about everything from Raymond. He told me that you seem to still not want to marry him. That's because I'm with another man now, and we've been happily married. We also have kids, and so I've never thought of marrying Raymond. What the hell do you mean you're married? You tell that husband of yours to leave you and come back here and marry my son. If you really have to, you can bring your kids along with you. Then I can at least become a grandma with my 3 little grandkids. Please, don't say things like that. You're scaring me. Why would I ever do something like that? I'm being very serious right now. So hurry up and leave him and come marry my baby boy. Even you know that you'd be happier with Raymond. Well, let me ask you this then. A husband that has his own company, or a husband that has nothing but minimum wage, and 3 adorable babies, or a husband that acts like a child? Which one of those paths would you think I'd be more happy with right now? What? You'd probably choose the path that has me with the company-owning millionaire and the 3 adorable babies. And if you choose for me to go with Raymond, can you tell me what the merits of that would be? Ugh! Are you saying that my own baby boy has nothing to offer you as your husband? Oh, so you do understand what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. This is not the time to play games with me. Just because you have a decent life there doesn't mean you can turn down marrying my son. Well, if this is how you're going to act, then never mind. I'll give up on you marrying my son, but you have to give me one of your 3 kids. I want him to become my new son. What the absolute frick is wrong with your head, Isabel? I would never even think that giving you one of my kids is okay. Then have your husband introduce my son to some CEO friends that are women. He has to know at least some women that are either CEOs or have parents that are and are loaded. So you have to help him find one of those women for my boy. It's your son that's the problem, Isabel. Nobody wants to marry a child like him. I can see that this is getting nowhere, so I'm leaving. You'd better hurry up though, you hag. Your clock is ticking, and you still need to find someone that'll marry your son and will give you grandkids and will be willing to take care of your old crippled butt.
What is going on? Your husband? I never knew he was that handsome looking and that swole. How did you end up finding someone like him over me?
Did you happen to run into my husband somewhere?
That guy came to the company I work at today. He was coming looking to become a customer of our company and wanted to introduce himself. I can see that the company he has is on everyone's radar, and the moment he walked in, he was taken right away to my CEO's office.
Wow, that's amazing of him, right?
And during that, I was sitting right there. For a moment, he started talking to me. He told me that he's heard all sorts of stories about me from you. And then he told me that he's glad I broke up with you because she's better off with him.
My gosh, what a man. I can't believe he even thought it was worth it to talk to you.
That jerk just embarrassed me in front of the whole office. And then my boss asked him if he really knew me. And then he took my boss into his office and started telling him all about me. He even brought up you and I dating and that after 10 years I threw you away. And then followed up by telling him about how I've been trying to marry you. And then he finished by telling my boss how I'm looking for someone to have a baby with and to use help to care for my aging mother. What the hell? And after that, everyone in this office has given me the cold shoulder.
Dang. I'm glad he's made things more interesting for you.
Nothing is interesting about this, though. Now that everyone knows about what's happened between you and me, I've been getting faces from everyone and nobody wants to talk with me. Why did you guys do this to me? I don't think I can even go into the office anymore.
Then just quit your job and find someone to marry. I'm sure if you used the time you usually work to start looking for a woman, you'd find one eventually that'll pity marry you. Now I have to get back to my husband so that the 2 of us can start making tacos. And just like that, I never received another text or call from Raymond. And the word around town is that he has still not found himself a woman willing to marry and have babies with him. And I'm sure, due to all the worrying of her son never getting married, Isabel ended up fainting and going to the hospital. But while being admitted to the hospital, she would continue to try and get the nurses to marry her son, and so things ended with her even being kicked out of there. And as for Raymond, even though he's the clown of the office now and nobody wants to talk to him unless it's to laugh at his face, he started to stalk new hires that were women, asking them if they'd like to marry him. Of course, this did not slide, and soon his boss found out and took Raymond into his office and fired him on the spot. I sure can't wait to see what Isabel's reaction will be to something like that. I'm sure she'll be furious, but at this point, she'd better just give up on her son, as I'm pretty sure he's not going to change any of the problems that turn every woman off. As for my family, we're continuing to enjoy every day of our lives together under the same roof. My husband has become huge business partners with the company that Raymond once worked for. And him and the CEO of that company love going out for drinks to talk about how crazy he was. I have to say, I married the right man after learning that he called Raymond out like that. Or, I suppose, exposed him like that in front of literally everyone. It just makes me so happy knowing that I have a man that loves me so much.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.